stones, go break all of my bones. You won't ache my soul, you can't get to me. And there is no barricade that I can tear away. Shoot me down the fire away, away. But I'm a heavyweight. I'm a heavyweight. I'm a push me down to the ground. What goes around comes around. You won't put the flame out, you can't get to me. Say what you wanna say, go take it all away. But I'm here to stay, no you can't get to me. And there is no barricade that I can tear away. Shoot me down the fire away, away. But I'm a heavyweight. I'm a heavyweight. I'm a heavyweight. I'm a heavyweight. But I'm a heavyweight. I'm a heavyweight. I'm a
Oh, hello. How's it going? How is everyone? Hi there. Hi, hi. Otto. Welcome, welcome. It's nice to see you guys. It's so good. How was the weekend? It is now Monday. How was the weekend? I heard there were fish sticks here. I always supply the fish sticks. All the fish sticks. Let's see. We'll go back into some chilled. I don't want that though. Hold on. You know when you get like one subscription on one account and then you're on the other account? Ah, the lo-fi. I'm all down for the lo-fi. Fish sticks sound good. I did have some seafood. I had some shrimp. It was pretty good. All there for the shrimp. Coloring time. Yeah, so let's pop into it. Ba-bam! This is what we have so far. I am super excited. I love the colors. I like to color at night, and then I wake up in the morning, I'm like, oh, am I going to regret it? Am I going to regret it? I don't regret this one. I think this one's turned out really cool, so I'm super excited with it. I love the colors. Get a big up there. And then all the little details. Oh, I'm all for it. But now comes the hard part, is coloring all of it. Nice! Yes! Let's see. Where was I? Let me just go ahead. 80 layers so far. 80 layers. So there's to that. And I guess we get to go in and try to figure out what kind of style I want to go for. That's the other question, is like, what kind of style do I want my VTuber to look like? Decisions. Bum. Oh, I'm always down for the lo-fi though. How's the volume? Good volume? Are we doing good? Alright, so I guess the question is where to start. I was expecting the dress to be more pastel-like colors. Oh! I think this is the color palette that I was going for. I had a couple, like, hold on, let me... Fluff! Let's see. So these were the, you hear nothing. Volume is a little low. How does that work? Better? Anyways. So this is the mood board that I had for it. So these were the different color palettes I was deciding behind. And I kind of fell in love with B just for the fact that that's what I started to design my... It matches all the colors on my stream. So everything works out nicely, but I think I liked B the most. I mean, I could have gone with like C. C is very muted. Yeah, so these are kind of like the references, but I kind of went in a completely different direction. Yeah, B I think really pops. I think B kind of sells it. And these are kind of the eyes that I'm wanting to go for. I just want to make some really cool eyes. That's the goal. I want the highlight to be the eyes. But this is kind of the mood board. So good news, I'm getting my phone and wallet from my car tomorrow. Ooh, nice. Finally. That's always good. Ah, the reference always disappears. It's being glitchy. Anyways, there we have it. Ooh, you don't... I guess you probably weren't. You probably wheeled off, huh? Oh, that's crazy. Well, at least you get like hopefully a really good settlement check, I hope. But at least you get your phone and your wallet back. Those are kind of essential. I can't believe they kept them for that long. Let's start on the dress. I think I want to start on the dress. And we just start from 1. And we go for it. The hard part is I need to look up a VTuber reference sheet just to see kind of how they do it. Because I don't know if they do like a line art, like a blended line art or not. That's the question here. Is how are the pieces put together? Open link and new tab. No. Open image and new tab. Okay, so I'm looking here. And it is kind of like a line art style. I see it. Alright, we're gonna go for it though. I think that's gonna be the best for what I want to do. I biked 13 kilometers, my legs feel like jelly. Yeah, I was taken by ambulance and it was 100% the other driver's fault. Yeah, of course. To be honest though, I'm kind of scared to drive again. Hey, that's okay. That's a reasonable fear. You can always take it slow. Going slow is okay. I almost wrecked today on my motorcycle on the way back home. Ding deer jumped down in front of me and scared the fish out of me. Oh, man. Oh. I'm gonna reduce down this. Yeah, so I can work with that. Oh, I don't even have colors yet, do I? Tempo! Konnichiwa! How are you, Tempo? Like, this is my second car I own and love that someone else caused a wreck with me. Yeah. That happens. It's really sucky. And I can understand why, Flick. I've been in a few wrecks myself. The first time I've always the worst, especially when it involves you getting sent to the hospital, but everything will be alright. Just take your time. Yeah, take your time. Rest and recovery is the best. Dang, I can't spell the day. I can't English either. Don't worry about it. English is hard. How are you doing, friend? I'm doing great. I'm having a good Monday. How about you? Just got a Snoop Dogg ad. Ooh. Alright, let's see. I want to choose a darker color to align with. I guess that's what we need to go for, I suppose. Because it's not, well, it is kind of necessarily black. We'll give it some, I'm going for it. Actually, we're going to do a muted. Just a little bit of red to the black, I think, would be good. I think it'll give that little bit of dimension. When can you English, AU? Never. Let me speak in 15 different languages. Let me do what my heart desires. If you can't keep up, it's your fault. I swear I have the problem where I can't, like, remember certain words. Where I'm like, it's I can't remember it, and I'll say it in, like, a different language, and I'm like, I don't know, I can't remember English today, apparently. Okay, so I think we should go with kind of like a technical pen for the lining. I feel like the technical pen is going to give us the best lining job. It's not too thick, so I'm hoping. Not a thick boy is the hope here. Ooh, she looking kind of cute though. I do that with Spanish. It sucks when you can't remember the word in both languages. Oh, definitely. Well, I have to get to bed. I have a Zoom call with my lawyer early in the morning. Have a good stream, Fish. Of course! Thank you for stopping in. Get some good rest, okay? I hope you really get to feeling better. You need as much rest as you can. I can't. Mesa only speak English. You could also... You could speak almost any other language and I wouldn't know what you were saying. Konnichiwa, daijoubu desu ka? Bye, Flick. Get some rest and kick some butt tomorrow. Definitely. Rest is good. You always need rest. I had a thought. And I should probably line after I color. That's probably a better decision here, my dudes. You know, and you hate that? At least it was a small piece and I didn't start on a big piece. Alright, so I like this yellow. And then we want to touch an inch. Like that, that's good. I feel like that's a little... I feel like that could be a good color. And I think I'm going to keep it like pretty basic and consistent between all like the coloring options. I think we're just going to go, so we're going to do the typical where we do a airbrush. And I'm just going to get rid of this layer really quick. Oh, it looks so interesting. So flick. And then I want to take my hard brush. We're just going to go for it. And then I think sun-wise, you kind of want to keep it spotlight to the center. This is going to be a very weird thing because usually I draw with like So if I have light, I usually draw from one corner in towards the center when I'm thinking about light when I'm drawing. So it's going to be kind of different because I have to think about light in the sense that it's going to be straight on. Kind of interesting, kind of interesting. Oh, Flick just had a good idea, Alo. If you wanted it, I might DM you about it. If that's okay. Oh, I obviously know some Japanese dingus, just not much. I've only been watching anime for the past 5 to 7 years. You know what? It comes out in your sleep. It's very true. It comes out in your sleep. Alright, so keep it simple. I'm going to keep my lining color there. And then we're going to go above the drawing and line from above the drawing. I feel like that's going to be the best thing that I can do. It looks so strange. Yeah, that looks fine. It's such a small piece. Let's go for some inking. So Flick said if you want it, he said that you're very reputable as like a mod. If I needed another one. I don't like to like con people into it though. You're always around. I like it though. Oh, I like this. I can color a lot. I have a lot more control of my lining. Ooh! I kinda... No. No, no, no. Oh, you're down? Oh, okay. Hold on. Bum, bum, bum. There you go. It kind of looks like candy corn. I totally see that. It does look like candy corn. It's kind of an interesting piece. And then we can move on. I think I'm looking at like how another person does like their bows. I think maybe we do like a highlight. So we go a little bit this way. I think I want to create like a light one. And then just a painting brush. And we just go for... Ooh, I kind of like that. It's pretty nice. It's a start, okay? Alright, so you merge that down. And we have one piece. And then we're going to move on to the next piece, which is the bow. Wow, I feel the power of the tiny sword surge through me. Such huge responsibility. I like it. Okay, so we'll get rid of that. And then we're going to start into this. Make the little color. And make sure... I hate when it gives me that. I want this layer. Thank you. Make sure that everything is... looks good shape-wise, because like underneath it looks good, but you get a little crazy here. That's the hard part. I look like I'm like really into my tablet. Let me see if I can move my little VTuber just a tad. Oh, hello there. How's it going? A lot better, although glitch. Yep, there we go. Interesting. I can't wait for this to come out because my streaming experience is going to go through the roof. All right, so thinking about center light here, I want to do an airbrush, kind of. So let's see. We want to kind of airbrush where the folds will be. So this will be a fold right here. And then we'll have probably a fold right here. Oh, shoot. Hold on. You know, it helps if you put it in alpha lock mode, because then you don't get all over your drawing. Make sure I don't have everything over, because then that will... There we go. Okay. I'm in alpha lock mode. I'm in danger. Not gonna lie, I'm slightly nervous about... Why are you so nervous? Mods are good. They're like superheroes. They're super fish sticks. Especially with all like the hate rates going on. I feel like that's just, it's crazy with everything going on. There's a lot going on apparently. Alright, I'm gonna pop down here. I think here will be good, and then right there. And then I'm just gonna pop just a little bit of color more through here. And I'm just gonna kind of create a channel path. And then blend some weird parts out. Ayu, it's me. I'm crazy sometimes. You are crazy sometimes. I will agree with that. Okay, so now we go in for some flat lines. Maybe I should put my line art on top of it really quick just to make sure that I have what I want down. I think that'd be good. I mean, as long as you follow the rules and are nice, plus you're a regular shadow, so you know what's up. Yeah! PG! Good stuff, good vibes. That's what we're all about here. Alright. Yeah, this looks fine. This is gonna have a really interesting style to it. Also, I'm gonna erase that. I keep drawing that line way too thick. Scariness. I keep wanting to go in with like a thick line pressure, so maybe I need to like have like a thick heavy hand. Yeah, but still I get a wild hair here and there. I feel loved. You are loved. Alright, so then we'll probably cut this and come in like so. And then I'm just going to make a thicker line here. How does that feel? Does that feel weird? I don't think so. It's kind of a cute like little style. It's kind of cartoony. I'm gonna be spending a lot of times like making sure that these look really good till I'm like super happy with it. We're gonna spend an hour drawing a bow, guys. I apologize. Because this is how I feel about it. And I think it's really hard to kind of make decisions sometimes about how you want stuff to look. I think that's a hard part. Come in here. I think I kind of want like a painterly style to it too. I think a painterly style would be awesome. If I can just kind of get that replicated too. And we just kind of go for it. And then I'm actually going to go back into like a round brush. And we're just going to kind of like Swipe some stuff back in. Soften out some corners. Okay, I need to do... Actually, probably a little bit of like airbrushing on the bottom. Just a little bit of slate around the edges. And then maybe some lightning will look good. Lightning. Lightening. Not lightning. Lightening. But meow, I don't know how long I'm going to be in the stream for. I got a little bit of personal stuff going on between me and my friends back home. I'm trying to get everything ironed out, so if I disappear, don't worry. I'll be back after I get to the chopper. The chopper? やべえ。That's tough. Sometimes it's tough, like with in between like friends and stuff when things like that happen. Oh, lightning, yes. Let's go for it, my dudes. Let's just let's just go for it. Nah, I'm just kidding. I want a little bit of the rim light up here. I feel like that could be really pretty. Do I feel like that's a little too big? The chopper, the chopper. Get to the chopper. I think some like helpful things would maybe be, oh, it's not what I meant to click. That'd be kind of interesting, but not what I meant to click. I feel like my line work is pretty choppy. Okay, so then we're gonna go with a, let's see, it's pretty choppy. Technical pen is pretty good, but we want like a solid line, like kind of, but not really. Maybe I just need to turn down my line thickness. Oh, wrong color. It's like I feel like that's just a little like too big. You know? I feel like this allows it a little bit more shine. It's like, let me look. Ba, da, 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 da. It's like, I'm gonna look at some more reference images here just to see what we're working with. That's a really bad image. I was like, I like some of the coloring styles from the other VTubers. I think they do like really well. I'm just bad. Give me a big one. Give me a big one. Big one! Oh, this one's big. Okay. Open, image, a new tab. I was like, I'm taking some inspiration from like some of my favorite VTubers and kind of just seeing what they have going on. And it's the black lines. It's the black thin lines, but it's a little more drawn and texturized. Maybe I should just kind of like run with my style, you know? Nah, it's not really anything bad between us. It's more or less about what to do in the near future. Okay, okay. Makes sense, makes sense. Oh Lord, we really are. No! No! I'm sorry. I'm trying to draw as fast as I can, but these are really important decisions. This is going to outline like the whole rest of the drawing and what style I'm going for. So I'm really thinking about what I want to do in terms of style. It's a big decision because I'm going to be putting months into this avatar and figuring out what I want to do with it. Yeah, that looks good. Then I'm going to put this piece over again. Definitely want to build up a thick and thin. I think that looks pretty good, like with the thick and thin builds. Can just add like a little bit of... I feel like those are final details. Like if I want to, I can just put in like some final details. I think it'd be good to kind of have like a pop color on here, like a purple. And kind of shade somewhat with a purple too. Because purple and orange really contrast really nicely. So let's see how it would look. Let's go for like a nice like flat brush though. And just kind of see on a lower opacity if I were to put some purple in here. Actually, let's go with a round brush. A lower opacity. Ooh, okay. I like the purple. Added the permitted term. You crazy. No, don't rush. Do what pleases you. We're just here to cheer you on or slightly drive you crazy with puns or jokes like a certain skeleton. Bone jokes again. I'm down for the bone jokes again. I swear I could speak English. I swear I can. I think the purple really does. Oh, this purple looks so good. Okay. Just kind of like pop it in there as like a touch. Ooh, yeah, she's looking good. Pop some purple in here, and then we're just gonna smooth it out. And then I just want to take an airbrush, just a little bit, just a tiny bit. Oh, I like that. That looks good. The purple looks really good. I'm okay with that. Alright, one thing you have to be conscious of though is the lines that you're doing. With the inking, they always have to connect. So I gotta connect these really quick. It's a big part of it. Shotgun! Howdy, howdy! How's it going? And we're just gonna go right into it. There we go. I wonder if like I just place like a little. No, that gets like way too into it. I think this looks good enough. Then I think on this one, I want to add that purple in. So I'm just going to, you know, let us get back into my painting brush. Pop just a bit. And like that. Oh, it's kind of Halloween-y. I'm one of Mexi's friends. Ah, I hear Mexi say shotgun a lot. So, you know? Okay. Do I copy and paste over? Do I cheat? No. I shouldn't cheat. I should just probably go for it, right? Yeah. Okay, merge that down. And I guess we're going for the other one. It's such a stark difference from how it looks. Alright, so back into the colors. Same process all over again. So we're just going to get some general shading out there. Oh, I didn't. I did the thing again. You know, someday I'll learn. Alright. So general shading. Yes, cheat. I don't think I want to cheat. I think I want to keep I think it'll look very unique if I don't like copy pasta all over it, you know? Yeah, I have a big mouth. Oh, okay. 27 years later, we finally finished the bow. That's how it's gonna be. Welcome to VTubers. This is why people charge like $400 to $800 for VTuber. If it's symmetrical, I say just copy paste. Don't need to make your life harder. Yeah, but then I think you lose some of the quality too. I think the quality will get lost as well, and I want to keep the quality as like the best that I can. Cheetah! Oh! Alright. Apparently it said no. Let me get the reference back on. It's so interesting without anything. Okay, so let's go ahead in our soft brush, and then I want to make some details, which we're just going, oh, that's fine. Just going to have a nice setup for the bow. And then just gonna pop along here and here and really kind of do that. And then flake it back in. Yeah, and then we're gonna go for the purple. Soft brush it in. I never have the patience to draw. I'm not even patient enough to load into GTA. My life loves to, but I could never. It is a lot of patience. I get that. Oh. It's definitely a labor of love. That's definitely for sure. I just try to do my best here. I've taught myself how to draw. If it's detailed like that, a little paste won't hurt. Just don't go overboard, of course, and same shotgun. But my reason differs from you because I have a short fishing attention span. Yeah, I get that. We'll just blend it in. Actually, with a softer brush, that'd be a lot easier. Go for a nice kind of soft blend. I think that's good. It's weird without the lines. I didn't know your wife drew. Ooh, I would like to see. That'd be awesome. Broken? Broken. And then you lift up this and you look at what the damage is. Oh, interesting. Okay. Actually, I really didn't get that other piece, did I? Gonna do that, and then we're just gonna blend it back in. This is definitely how you do it. I gotta fix this, it's gonna bother me. Oh. You know, nope. Okay, I did click on the right one. We're good. It's like, wait a second. Something, it feels like a butterfly's wing. It definitely feels like that, doesn't it? Yeah, that's good enough. Alright, into the line work we go. Where did that, okay. Just to make sure I didn't fudge any up. We'll just hide that damage with a happy little tree, right? Or lighting. You know what's my favorite thing? Extra clothing. If I don't have to draw the hands, I don't want to draw the hands. Hence why the hands are behind the character, you know? If I don't have to, I don't have to. It does look like a butterfly wing. It really does. It's kind of interesting. I quite like it. Alright, straight down. The rabbit hole. And around town. Perfect! We're just gonna draw a happy little tree. And then nope. All right. Ooh, that looks really good. Hello, I try to catch your streams, but I'm always working when you stream. What them hands do? Guys drawing, get your head out of the gutter. Yabe! That's fine. Feel like that. Ooh, I quite like that. Okay. And then you always have to disappear this because you got to connect the lines. Even though the lines don't get shown, you got to connect the lines. Couldn't I just go with like a painting brush instead of trying to finagle with the lining brush? Yeah! I'm so smart. That looks so interesting on its own. It looks like a mess. Oh. Shouldn't draw on that one because that's not the one we're working on. I'm just gonna round out the lines just a bit more. And then I'm gonna merge it down. So kind of what we have for a bow. It's kind of interesting. And then we gotta do the bottom detailing is gonna be a little interesting too. So I think what we'll do is I'm gonna get rid of all these chunks. I gotta sneeze, hold on. Maybe? Maybe? No? Okay, I talked about it, it's going away. Alright, so with that, I'm going to take my airbrush, do the same gosh darn thing we've been doing. And I think we're just gonna do a normal, and then I want to pop this on to kind of see where the bow falls. I think that'll look good. Connect the dots. Yeah, that looks fine. actually gonna come back up with this one color and try to lighten this up just a bit. There we go. Get some dark painting out of there. I'm just gonna grab this other part. I'm gonna hit it with a hard line. And then color in that hard line. Actually, I think we'll draw above. Bear with me, bear with me. I'm thinking here. No, not that. Clipping mask, and then we're gonna take... Oh, that's too big. And then out the line myself. That's good. Merge that down. We'll get in some wacky purples. Lurk, hey Dusk! ¿Cuántos más se ves? It's okay, I barely even stream. I never said anything about being in the gutter though. When I do, it's either gaming or drawing. Hey, that's okay, that's okay. Yeah, Alo draws some really cool stuff. It's interesting, but it could make a great conversation piece. If I had to draw for an hour, it would look like a really immature middle schooler's notebook. Luna! Long time no see! How's it been? Y'all got some talent, that's for sure. Okay, so we're gonna pull... Ooh! She thick. She thick. I just want like the edges toasted just a bit, you know? That's what I'm going for here. Toasted. Yeah, that looks pretty good. I'm pretty okay with that. And now we gotta figure out the colors for this one. The FB 850. Because I think I want to go with a darker color like so. Go back to this color. And then lighten her out a bit. And I think that's good. And then we'll shade with the purple again. I feel like that's a good decision. So we're really, I think, going to pop in decisions, man. Like it's kind of ruffled. I'm gonna make it look like it's kind of ruffled. Dinosaur teeth? Why does this look like a dinosaur's foot? I was too busy in art class that I missed some of your live in Twitch. Ah, no, you're okay, you're okay. School comes first, school comes first. Get them good grades. Prove them wrong. I don't know. Okay. Go small again, and I'm just gonna draw some cute highlights. Because that's what life is about, is the highlights. Ooh, she looking good. I don't know why I can talk so much online, but not in person. I'm the same way. I think I'm really introverted as a person. But especially on stream, I'm a lot more extroverted. It's quite interesting. Interesting mix. Ooh, I like her. Let's just kind of do this to the edge. Ooh, she looking cute though. I get really excited about my drawings. I guess that's a good thing if I get really excited about my drawings, right? That's always a good thing when you get excited. Shading and anatomy. Yeah. Oh, that's always good. Have you had a life model? I have before. That's why fluff has to go on the screen whenever I go to choose something else. I know what you mean as well, Shotgun. I can't stand to be around people in real life for more than 30 minutes, but online I'm a big goof. Oh, that's always good. Goofs are the best. I feel like I need to clean this edge up just a bit. Oh, I drew that line just a bit. It's fine. Okay, let's see. Back to the inking technical pen. Thank you. Super focus mode. Very big focus mode. It's like the most detailed bow I've ever drawn. I should probably do that for details, right? Yeah, I should do that for details. This will look good. Ooh, she looks so good. That was a line. Going for it. Going for the gold. Then we will thicken up the outlines just a bit. Probably do that down here. My first life model was an old lady in my figure drawing class. She was a longtime friend of the art teacher. She was really kind too. Oh, that's good. I shall be back. Okay, Shadow. Oh, hydrate and posture check. Thank you. Oh, much better. I like that. And the celebratory water. I'm actually trying to do coloring on my drawing because I suck on doing that. Hey, we all gotta get better somehow. There are very few people I know that in real life, but my close friends I can talk to for a while. Oh, that's good. Hey, Lovicar, hi, how's it going? I'm just the type of person that prefers to keep a small circle. I get that, I feel that. I get that though. And that's just how some people are, and that's okay. That's valid. If you don't know, we've been drawing a bow. What is it? It's almost been an hour now. Oh my gosh, this VTuber is gonna take me a minute. But like, look at that all together. Look at that. It looks so good. I'm doing great. How are you? This is it looks like a butterfly. I quite like it. I actually noticed something that I want to un-alpha lock this. Thank you. Give the bottom just a little bit more depth. And you have to mirror whatever you do. One bow down. Well, I'd love to stay in chat, but I'm going to do what Shotgun does. That misspelled ruined it. Anyways, have a good night. Have a good one. Thank you so much for dropping in, Shotgun. Arigato gozaimasu. Ah, yes, I just talked in third person. Hey, that's okay. Okay. I think that's looking really good, though. At least for the bow's perspective, I think that looks pretty good. I ain't got nothing else but this bow, man. Has this happened to you when you stop drawing in like a month or a week, and when you continue to draw, you forgot how to do anatomy? Yes, all the time. I'm like, I know how to do this, and I get to it, and I'm like, all right, back to the skeleton model. I have a little skelly that I draw with, and he's my model. He's really interesting. I like Skelly. He's a fun one. Anyways, let's bring this one out, and then we get to mirror whatever we did on this one. Alright. So, you gotta remember the process. The process is part of it. And then I think just a simple pullover will be nice. I'm gonna round out here. Pop that out. Then let's... Oh, yeah, that works too. There we go. There we go. Got some interesting thing. Yes, that happened to me every other week. Yeah! Especially like when you take like a hiatus and you're like, yeah, I'm doing okay. I got this. And then you get back to it and you're like, I don't want to draw anymore. And then you go on like a long hiatus because you just can't. You're just so frustrated. Then you have art block. Oh, man. I feel that on my soul. All right, let's do a little bit of purple here. Turn down the, ooh, she dark. Maybe just a little bit more. Maybe just a little bit more. I need to clean up that edge too. I'm so jealous you can do shadings. This has been a lot of practice. I've been doing art, oh, let's see, 12 years now? This is 12 years of hard work and dedication. If you want like a good resource for learning how to shade and how to do some really cool art, I recommend Ross Draws. Ross Tran, he does amazing work. He does a lot of work in the art world and does a lot of cool stuff. I like a lot of the time just kind of listening what he has to say, because a lot of the times he's just like, this is just how it is. He's like, you're not paid to draw every leaf in a game. You're not paid to draw like every single stone pebble on a walkway. He's like, he teaches you how to ethically use images and how to ethically use stuff like a true artist does. Because I feel like a lot of people are like, you can't trace, you can't do. He's just like, there's ethical ways of doing that. Stealing someone's and saying that, oh, it's mine, that's unethical. But buying a photo from a photographer or using a stock image site or stuff like that. He kind of shows that, and his coloring is amazing. Absolutely amazing. I think my longest art hiatus was like 5 months. I hated myself during that time, not making anything. Thankfully, I draw almost every day now. It's nice. That's always good. I'm ready for October. Is anybody else doing Inktober? I've been doing art for 10 years, and I still struggle with shading, to be honest. Shading is hard. And it's hard to find, like, your style, because shading is subjective. I mean, there's, like, the regular shading, and everybody can do, like, the shading. But shading is kind of a little thing of, like, what's your style with shading? How do you want to shade in your style? I think that's a struggle that some people really struggle with, is like trying to find. My shading style is random colors everywhere. Like, I can show you the, hold on, let me get Fluff. Fluff to the rescue, hold on. Kind of my shading style so that you can kind of see. All right, Fluff. This shading, like from far away it looks pink, and then you get in there and there's blues and there's pinks. I even put some greens in here. I don't like using one color. If I can use all the rainbow in it, that's what I do. Like pops, there's like grays, some blues. I use some greens in here, some like vibrant pops of red. And I think that's more of my shading style. I think my shading style is very kind of painterly, I would say. I really like smoothing stuff out and just adding like pops of color. I think is just something that I've always enjoyed. I think pops do it like some really good justice. But I think that's kind of what I'm more. Wrinkles and clothes is hard as well. I'm not a cheater, but I started off with fashion design. So clothing draping was like a huge thing for me, and like draping clothes and knowing how to do folds is something. Like a lot of folding is like triangles in lines. Basically a lot of the stuff is just triangles. It takes practice. Triangles and like teardrops is a lot of times what folding is. From what I've learned, what I've experienced anyways. That's how I do like a lot of my painterly when I'm doing my shading. I don't like shading in like darker colors. I like shading in vibrant colors. A lot of times they'll tell you, oh, stay out of the vibrant colors. That's way too vibrant. I'm like, that's where I live. That is my home, and I will stick to that home. Because even with like let me see. Find some other good pieces here. Yeah, here's another good piece that I did. That kind of shows. So this is, it's very vibrant. Vibrancy is kind of like my thing. And then just the shading. I don't like going in with like darker. I like going in with vibrant colors. So we have like a lot of like oranges and reds to signify shading. This one was a quick one. And then like the dark. And then we have like the pops of orange. And this is like a bluish purple. It's just kind of finding what works for you, I suppose. It's like I have some really interesting ones on here. Anyways, back to a bow. I'm doing Inktober. I'm so excited. I'm excited to see what y'all do for Inktober. I need a tutorial for clothing. Pinterest is really good for tutorials. I will say that. Pinterest is the bomb.com when it comes to tutorials. I remember in my drawing 1 class, we had to draw in charcoal, a chair covered in black and white cloth. It was super annoying. I think one of the coolest lessons I've ever done in like art class, we had to draw a skeleton. And it was like a skeleton head and like some apples and some fruits and some draped fabric. And it seems very simple. But the thing is we couldn't use any white. we were not allowed to use white to draw white. So it was learning how to take all the colors to make white. It was a very interesting, and it taught a lot of like perspective wise, like how does this work? How do you do this? And you kind of figure out like, okay, white is all the colors. Like you don't have to do white. You don't have to do this to do that. And it's learning a lot of color theory with that too. So like when I was doing green, instead of shading with a darker green, he's like, here, use a red or use a blue. He's like, shade and a different color and see what that does. So it was a lot of experimenting of what different colors interact with different colors. It was quite interesting. It's a good lesson to learn. If you ever get the chance and you just want to like do something like that, I totally recommend trying to draw white without white. It was a very interesting lesson. I really enjoyed it. I also remember doing that in color theory. Yeah, it's a great lesson for shading. It's just knowing how to shade, because like when you think of like shading, like kind of rudimentary, like how they teach you in like with your crayons in kindergarten, you just use a different, like a darker shade of that color. And a lot of like that switch over to kind of more of an artist perspective and kind of knowing is being able to shade with different colors. So like right now I'm shading with the darker orange, but I'm also going in with purple, and purple just makes it pop. Purple's like right across there. It just makes it pop. It's a good color to shade with. You can't be afraid to shade with different colors. I think that's the hardest part to learn, is just kind of getting out of what you're comfortable with. I think that's art. I think the most improvement that you make in art is when you're uncomfortable. I think that's been like the most period of change for me, especially when I went from like anime drawing to doing more realistic drawing. I kind of had a perspective of just like, hey, this is kind of how it goes, and just kind of how that works is interesting. All right, let's see here. Let's clip it, merge it down, and then let's get in some purple in there. This purple's always good, but I want to airbrush it on a little bit more. Maybe a little less. It's like color, pop it down. There we go. And now we can go straight down into the bottom layers. So again, make it dimpled. Can need a little bit bigger to be dimpled. I just thought that it just looked cute dimpled. Sometimes I change my drawing style when I see something that looks good and try copying their art style. That's a very good thing. That's what a lot of the old masters did. So a lot of the old masters would look at somebody else's art and learn from their style, or they would take on apprentices, and this is how like apprentices would learn, is they would watch these people draw. They would learn, and that's a great way. People a lot of times are like, oh, that's tracing, that's copying, or let's things like that. It's actually really good to do that. You learn so much through techniques like that. I was like, that's a good way. Like sometimes like going back and doing like some traditional art is like a good place to go. A lot of people are like, but that's not my style. I draw anime. Why would I draw the Mona Lisa? It helps. It works. It really does work. It's like, you may not think it, but drawing the Mona Lisa is actually pretty good. You learn a lot. simple dimple puppet squish. What app are you using? I am using Procreate on my iPad. I really like being able to have something that's very portable for me, as well as something that I can put the pen to the screen. I think that's my favorite part. You essentially copy everything you like and the things you like to stick to you, and then it comes naturally to you, and boom, you've developed your style, and then you get so good that people will copy you. Yeah, that's the formula. That's the goal. That is always the goal. All right, so we're gonna just very nicely bum. Apparently you guys did hear. Bexy is live. Perfect. So this is kind of like what we have for our base. I'm gonna go and take a larger, rounder brush and just add in. You know what would also be kind of be good? Like a blue. I think a blue would look really cool. Make the world cute. Hi, konnichiwa. How's it going? Hi. All right. So then one up above. I'm gonna unalpha lock this, go into this color, and go back into my inking pen. Ta-da! Ta-da! And straight into lining the gosh darn thing. Imperfections are what make art. Oh, I love these. These are so cute. You really live up to your username. I like it. So this is what we're doing. You know what I was really upset about? Because I did that audition. I have a recording studio. Arigatou gozaimasu. Thank you. Make the world cute for the follow. Thank you. Appreciate it. I appreciate it. Super cute. Oh no. Oh no. Do you ever do that where you just have that like random line somewhere? Hold on, it's aliasing again. There we go. I hate this. Where are you from, Mr. Line? Aha, found you. Apparently I didn't draw on that layer, so we're just gonna draw on the actual layer. Let's go for it. I think I want to make the line just a little bit longer. See how that looks with like the other pieces? Yeah, that looks pretty good with the other pieces. Oh, that could be that your display colors are off. Is that what it is? Is that why I'm having such like a bad aliasing? I have it with my actual like VTuber model as well as like my iPad. And I couldn't figure out for the life of me if it was the actual like program I'm using or not. I couldn't decide. I'm gonna bring back this piece just so I can see what I did. Go for it. Do a little bit of painting. Ooh, much better. I'm in love. Oh, your aliasing could be from the program that transmits your iPad screen to your computer. Yeah. I was like, you can kind of see it. Like, if I scroll in on it, you see it. How bad that gets. Ah! It's so bad. But then I just do that, and it all turns out just a bit better. But I have that problem. I think it's maybe my computer. I just think it's maybe the computer. Just for the fact, like, if I try to do, because I have the AverMedia, the capture card, and it does it too. So I think it has something to do with my computer, but I'm not sure what on my computer is doing it. I guess is what I want to say. Have you tried? I have not. But like I said, I think it's with my computer. But I'm going to have to try that one and see if I like it better. That's definitely what I want to do. So I think the laptop has a problem because it's super old because the screen lighting is different when I post on my DeviantArt. That could be true. I was like, Battle, do it. Go for it. Oh, I love lo-fi so much. I am like perfectly content with my lo-fi. Guys, we finished the bow. We did the bow! I did it! I'm really finicky about my art. Really finicky. I rewarded myself with water. Once the sucker is done, I'm gonna be so happy. We have a lot of different things to get to. It looks so weird without the line art. It looks a little different. Like if I go ahead and put the line art back on. Ooh, I went in a major direction. So how do you do the folds? Ah, so the folds, let me see, hold on. I can give a little lesson. Let's see here. Fluff, you gotta come back. We gotta make a new screen size. Okay. So a little lesson on some folds. So let's just go into, I just want to go into like a nice sketching brush. There we go. So say we want to think of folds in triangles and lines. So when we're thinking, so I'm just going to draw like a simple t-shirt here. We're just going to do a really cruddy t-shirt so I can show. So when you're doing folds, you want to think of the moment of tension. Where is the most tension? On your clothing, and that's kind of where the folds start. So you want to think of your folds in triangles is kind of how you want to think of folds. It's always good to practice from like real too, but the easiest way is just folds and not too much. You don't want to go overboard. That's one thing that I've learned, is you don't want to go overboard. So even just like a simple, so like here along, like if someone has like pectorals that are pretty big, that's a line of tension. You can draw that down. It's another place, but you kind of want to think of it more of like in triangles is a big way that I kind of visualize, and then kind of erase some lines until it looks good. As well as like folds and ruffles, kind of the same concept. You have your triangles that you kind of do, and you're gonna think of them like triangles. And then you start to kind of think of them as triangles, and you've got ruffles. So a lot of folding in clothes is very symmetrical to triangles, as well as like you kind of get the hang of it, and once you kind of get like the blocking and the basic shapes, you can kind of go for like freehand. So like folds, you can kind of do like freehand after a while, or just kind of going with like a different fold to kind of show your folding. But then again, it's a lot of practice. A lot of times you want to do a lot of like studies with clothing folds is a good way to go about it. But you always kind of want to think in the sense of like triangles, because if we're looking, we have a triangle here, we have another triangle here, and we're just kind of thinking in triangles with our pieces. So a lot of like with clothing, triangles, very useful. So like a good basic one that a lot of people do is like the ball and trying to visualize draping a piece of fabric over the ball. So of course, like, where's your point of tension? So your point of tension is right at the top, and then kind of drawing your folds from there. And you kind of, this is kind of a bad example, but just kind of like, that's where your tension lies, and that's where the folds condense into. That's like the best way I can explain it. Back to the fluff. I'm just really, really happy about this bow. I'm really excited with how it looks. VTuber's getting a little messy. Thanks for the tutorial. Of course, that's kind of how I learned, is triangles. So if you kind of look at like where my sketches, you can kind of see the different triangles that I have here, and just kind of thinking about triangles and clothing folds. So I've done the same essentially here. Same thing, same concept. Anyways, let's move on. What would you do? Sleeves or shoes? Which one? Sleeves or shoes? I'm gonna hydrate really quick. I'm gonna redeem my own hydrate. I also have watermelon water and watermelon soju, if you know what that is. Some interesting stuff that I do. Watermelon water. That is a very interesting thing. I love watermelon water. Send me all the watermelon stuff. You know what my favorite fruit is? Shoes. Okay, we're doing shoes. We're moving on to the feetsies. Don't look at me like that. The Legos. So the Legos are done in a full part. Oh, stretch. Okay, hold on. I gotta get up for the stretch. I gotta get up. You gotta move and wiggle around. So you can wiggle, although my avatar cannot keep up with my movements. Oh my gosh, I can hear my back pop. I keep seeing like those really cool boards on the clock app. They're like a little bump, and they're very interesting. I'm not a fan of watermelon water. Watermelon is good in general, but just the water is weird. Well, they have like these really cool waters with just like a hint of it, and it's not like regular like flavored waters that we think of. These are actually like pretty dang good. It tastes like real fruit, which is awesome. I'm all for it, although the watermelon tastes a little bit like bubblegum. This one's a little strange, but they have like a blackberry one that's really good. These are my favorite. I buy them by the case loads. And then I have my good old moon water that I drink as well. Okay. On On to the feet we go. On there. Okay, so let's... I think I kind of want to draw with the top on just for right now. And then I'll go from there. That sounds good. Okay. Okay. I'm trying to figure out how I want to do feet. Oh, my computer mouse is all the way over there. We'll see how the feet progress. Watermelon bubblegum slaps. Yes, I agree. I 100% agree on that. Oh, that makes me want to have bubblegum. Do I have bubblegum in my desk? I have juicy fruit, but probably not on stream. Probably not on stream, but I have juicy fruit. I was thinking if I graduate, I'm just going to look for a part-time and start a drawing channel so I can achieve my dreams. Hey, that's good. You got to go for your goals, man. Go for the gold. The gold is super exciting. I'm so excited because I don't have to draw the knees. Actually, I think, well, I'm actually going to draw on top of this blue. Oh, hold on. I've done an oopsie. I have done an oopsie. Oh, there we go. It would help if I am on the correct lake. What is juicy fruit? Oh, juicy fruit is the banana gum? I don't think it's banana. Is it? I don't think it's banana. Hold on. What flavors do we have in here? Oh yeah, they don't have to say because it's gum. I don't know how to explain it. It's just, it's very juicy. It's very fruity and juicy. That's the best way I can explain it, my dudes. Alright, let's alpha lock this sucker. Do I? I do. Like, do I really want to alpha lock it? I do. Alright, and we're just going to go over the blue because we'll redraw on top of the blue. And kind of go from there. So you have minimal shading around the edges, and then I just want to go... Get it off. Oh, that's a bad leg. That leg is interesting. Okay, and then the knee, of course, comes down right about here. So you want to pop in just a little bit. But it's going to be interesting because I have skin. Alright, and then I'm actually going to define a little bit more what it looks like. Actually, go back. I'm going to un-alpha lock it. And we're just really quickly going to define what this sock actually looks like. Like that. That's good. It's gum that tastes like gum. Exactly. Had no idea that was its name to me. It was just the yellow gum. Yeah! I had a friend who really liked juicy fruit and Laffy Taffy. So every time I have juicy fruit, I think of that friend. I had a principal who would always give out like tons of gum all the time. And Laffy Taffies. We would always have an abundance of Laffy Taffies. Life was good. I don't have to worry about too much of what I'm doing with the color, because I'm going to buff it out just a bit with the brush. But I just want to make sure that I have a good line. That's just what it's gonna have to be. I feel like this could probably use a little bit more leveling. I feel like that's a thing I could use. Hey, would you look at that? It looks like a lake now. Leg! Alright, and we're gonna alpha lock that back in there. Oh, actually we're gonna blend out just a bit of those harsher lines that I did so that they're not too harsh, and then we're gonna come up right on the edge of that line with this brush and call it a good day. Alright, so now we can work in some of that purples into there. And I want to go in with a brush at a lesser capacity. I'm just gonna pop that in there so we have a little bit of it, and then blend some of it out. Ooh, the purple looks so good. It's a great decision. I also love to shade with purple when I do skin. Purple and blue. So we'll have to see how exactly that's gonna look. I wonder if I should do any shading lines in the socks. Should I do any shading lines in the socks? It's a good question. I'm gonna hydrate. Dihydrate. Hydrate the. I think if I airbrush like a line here, I think that'll look good. Ayu, in like 20 minutes or so, I'm going to head to bed, but I'll tell you when I'm actually leaving. Oh, that's okay, that's okay. I'm gonna blend that out just a little bit more. Blend that up. I'm gonna blend this out just a bit. Blend some stuff, some minute lines. That I think will make it look good. I think I'm down for it. Also, what is this leg? What is this leg? This leg is bad. These legs are very yabe. You know, this is why we do it. Going to do this. And I think that looks good. And then I'm going to put some highlights back in there because there's going to be quite a bit of highlighting on this because it is the leg chunk. So I want to pop in. I watch your past Twitch where you play Gartic Phone. Wish I could play with you. That would be fun. We could have like a Gartic Phone night. I'm down for that. I love Gartic Phone. There we go. That looks like a leg. Oh, janky foot. All right, we'll do a little bit of shape fixing here. I think it's very important that we get these details in here. And make sure that everything looks good. That's very important here. Make sure that stuff doesn't look too janky. There we go. Wait, Ayu, you played Gartic Phone and didn't invite me? Betrayal? I know. I played with a bunch of non-artists. It was bad. It was so bad. I want to play with like a bunch of people who like draw, who actually have some experience drawing. I think that would be kind of fun. Although you always gotta have that one friend that just does not know how to draw. I think it's so much fun. Bro, I've been wanting to play Gartic Phone with people, but no one has time or wants to play. How about we plan on a day that we all can play Gartic Phone together? Where we all can be sweaty artists and play Gartic Phone together. What do you say? What do you say about it? Yes, absolutely. Oh, yes. I appreciate you. Okay, let's see. Let's do some shading. Okay. Gonna lose some detail on the blue, but I'll get it back. Hold on. I did the thing again. Wait. Where? This leg is very... There's something around here. Nope. Ah! Don't move the leg. Ah! I keep moving the leg. I want to see what is up that is making it go janky. Why? What? Something is janky. Imagine playing with Right Twix and Mexi. Mexi draws and makes epic art. I'm totally down for it. For a round of Gartic Phone. I'm all for it. I have no clue what is... I did it! I found it. I was like, that's gonna bother me. Okay. Back onto the alpha lock. Now that I've figured out my existential crisis. Alright. A lot of drawing here. Shade here. I'm going to pull this shade down into here. Then you want to shade pretty well up here. Pull in your shade here and pull down. How does next weekend sound? That way everyone is off of work and everything. That sounds great to me. I am all for it. Going to blend this out a bit. Just very painterly style. Because I feel like what I did was just bad. Yabe. So there's that. And then we can go in with the purple. And make sure everything looks good. I'm gonna pop down with a little bit of that. And I think I actually want to go back in with a very thick color. I think for now, I just... I don't want to get it like too bad that I can't discern which is what. It's like another thing. I don't want to... Ooh, super fun. Alright, and now we can go in with some purple. And make everything kind of pop back. Ooh, ooh. Pop that color. Ooh, she's starting to look good. I just want to pop this color out of more. Don't be afraid to shade. That's something else I've learned. Go for the shading. It looks pretty good. We're going to add a little bit of light highlight to it. There we go. Okay, and now I'm gonna go on top of stuff. And this is gonna be the interesting part, is trying to shade on top of stuff. I think I wanna start off with a small soft brush and just kind of define this line that breaks up the shoe. I think is the best way to go about this line. Yeah, that's a good idea. And then I just want to pop this down, make sure the bottom of the heel gets a lot of love. Make sure we hit some purples in there. Ooh. I'm gonna blend it back and forth just a bit. Kind of give it that painterly style. Then pop. And then I want to paint some of this color in here. And then just kind of blend it back in. Because then we get some little bit of lines, I guess, is the best way to put it. And then we're just gonna pop back in some color. Ooh, we got that aliasing again. You see that? I think that's the graphic card, maybe. Isn't that interesting how that does that? Hold on, Fluff. Buddy, or it's just kind of like my VTuber does it too. Like, look at this. Hold on, let me... Maybe I can drag my VTuber? Maybe. Maybe not. I don't think it wants me to drag my VTuber. There we go. Drag it. Is my VTuber stuck? I'm a little stuck. Hold on. So, Ayu, do you know how to do lighting? I do. I have tricks to lighting. For sure. A lot of the times, I use a lot of multiply layers. And kind of go like that, as well as like soft glow behind a subject is another thing too. See, there it is again. This time Fluff won't go. Fluff, I need you to work. Buddy, this is the only thing about Streamlabs sometimes is it goes wonky. Sometimes, let's see, I can like shake it. Nope, we've got a big weird patch. Sometimes you can shake it off. Sometimes I've learned some tricks. This is just how it's gonna look until my Streamlabs decides how it wants to look. Buddy, are you working? Buddy is not working. Hold on. Apparently this is just how it's gonna go. working on like something else. Oh well. I'm not sure what's going on. I apologize. It's being a little finicky again. I will keep going on, and once I can fix it, I can fix it. But I just need stuff to figure out what it's doing. I promise you it looks good. That's my promise. Oh, man. I recently deleted my reality app because some of the people there is becoming toxic. Yeah, I get that. It can be interesting on there. There's definitely some things you gotta watch out for. That's just how reality is sometimes, I suppose. I don't stream as often as I do in reality that I'd like to, but you know I do my best. Merge it down. That looks pretty good. I also want to clean up this edge here. Toxic communities suck, especially when they weren't toxic before. Yeah, I totally get that. All right, Fluff. Yeah! Fluff's back! There we go. Enjoy. Oh. Full. I don't want to keep it towards a small brush. Actually. Ooh. She big. Go from here. I want to smooth out this line. And then we want to smooth out this line. There we go. That looks like a shoe. Oh, wow. Is that a shoe? Come one call. I want to play Passepartout on stream as well. I think we should do that tomorrow. We should play Passepartout. Oh, I love that game. I'm not good at that game, but I love that game. Interesting relationship dynamic, maybe? Alright, let's go back in. I think I need a second palette. Create a new palette. Friend. Thank you. I want this blue. I also want this to erase. Okay. So we can go back down to the lovely ankle. We're going to redefine that line here. And redefine what that line means. There we go. So now we have a good basis to put on top. Then I think I will probably go down. So now I need to figure out what we're gonna shade with the blue, which I think there's some good options available. So I have a blue here. I like going deeper into a more purpley territory. And then a tad. So this is kind of like a fun little like color palette here. Can I get rid of that, please? It's gonna bother me. That's gonna bother me. Go into some airbrushing here. and just kind of test out and see how this looks as a color. Ooh, that is looking spicy. Make sure I get it around on my edges here. Did I have like something planned for the top of these shoes, or did I just make it? Yeah, I did have something planned. Ah! I did have something planned. I was like, you didn't do it, did you? Did you? Did you? You did. All right, I think I'm just going to really softly shade in our triangle like we talked about before. And I'm just going to line it up a little bit. And then I have to go to class. Oh, well, have fun. Then I'm going to really nicely, softly place in some cool like color variation here. Softly. Softly is the key word, because maybe I need to pick a closer color to home. There we go. A shoe! Ah, that aliasing is gonna be the death of me. I'm gonna spend a whole weekend trying to figure out how to fix that. I pop out and I pop back in and it's fine. That's so weird. Okay. And then I was gonna do some fun stuff apparently. Okay, hold on. So we're just going to do some of this, clean up on aisle 3. Oh. Clean up some of the mess that we have decided to make. On its own, this is like the color swatch. It looks very interesting. Then we just merge that down. Do I want to do the fish scales? This is a very good question. To do so, where did these come from? Oh no! I'm gonna have to go layer hunting. Or actually, hold on. This one, isn't there an option to select layer contents? Yeah. No, that's not what I wanted. I know there's an option. Solo visibility. 2D guide, actual size, alpha lock. Layer select. I don't know. I'm gonna have to play with that anyways, but I think we're gonna make some scales. I'm gonna finish up the shoe, and then I will call it a good one. Pop it down into here. Go back to base. Pop it here. That'll be good. Let's see. Sorry about that. All right. Alright, let's do some scales. And just let's see how it's gonna look. Just going to add on top of... That's not what I had. What happened, lol? My sister decided to come in and ask if her outfit looked good. They're like that. Okay, what did I have on here? Let's see. Let's use this as a reference. That's one. That's one. And, oh, no. That's one. And then we clean it up just a bit. Like, these ones look good, but this one looks janky. And I'll pop it down. And then we're gonna alpha lock these suckers. And we're just going to quick airbrush. Nothing fancy. So I'm going to pop that. Into perspective. The weird bubbles. Alpha lock that. Never be afraid to flip your canvas. All right. And then I think actually on this one I need to put a little bit more on this side. And this one I didn't give it any top shading. And then we'll just do, that is the wrong one. There we go. Little swirl, little swirl, a little swirl. And I think just some simple, you know what, if you're gonna go all out, we're gonna go all out. Yeah, magical spheres. Oh man. And then just a simple it needs to be a little bit bigger. Simple little thing. Alpha lock that sucker. Just make sure the rim of it is good. Give me a tiny little sucker. And there you go. Then we can merge that down, merge that down, merge that down. I'm gonna take it and I'm gonna do a little bit of opacity and then erase what I have. Oop. Without getting too crazy. Super focus mode, and then full capacity or opacity, and we can merge it onto the shoe. Then we have some weird globbles. I don't know what to call them. This is a very good question. Alright, and then we just have... Shoe's gonna take a while. I know you said you had to go. Actually, I think this blue is a little different than what I have this blue as. Delete. I like that blue a lot better. I just think it's just vibrant. We're making a switch in the middle, but it's fine. Oh, it's aliasing again? It's so weird that I can pop in and out of the app and it fixes it. I think that's something to look into too. I see what does that mean? What does it mean? What does it mean? I swear, I tried recording my songs and for some odd reason it just didn't sound right. I'm really upset about that, and I feel like that's gonna botch the whole audition, and I'm really upset about that. Not a clipping mask. Alpha lock, please. Sing more. Ah! I can't sing too long because I can get DMCA striked or whatever. It's so upsetting. I did songs. I'm really upset about it. I sang them, I recorded them, and just no matter what I did, it just never sounded good. I had Audacity, I added reverb, I compressed it, I followed the YouTube tutorial, and it just did not sound good. And I feel like that's gonna jeopardize what I was going for, and it makes me upset. Because I was like, oh my goodness, I can do this. This is a thing I can do. And then it didn't turn out the way I wanted it to. It was very upsetting. Did you know I was actually classically trained in opera? I can do Ave Maria. Or, I feel like you should keep trying. I feel like I should. I have a recording studio in town, so I think if I don't, I think I'm gonna actually go record a song in the studio downtown. I feel like that could be fun. I feel like I could have a lot of fun with that. But yeah, it sounded so terrible. It wasn't what I wanted it to be. Wow, that's dope. When were you classically trained? So I did choir all the way through elementary up until high school. There's a vocal teacher who moved to my town, and she does a lot of country stars, like really big country stars. She was a vocal trainer for all of them. And she did all this stuff for them. And she moved up here because her husband had to come up here, so this is where they came to. So she was offering for, I think it was like $500 a month for vocal training. So I went ahead and I was like, yeah, sign me up for it. I'll do it. And I went ahead and I did 3 years of that from 2011 to 2014, I think. And I was classically trained in just classical songs, country, and opera, but opera was like my main jam. I did a lot of like opera songs for solo ensemble. Solo ensemble is like a huge competition that's statewide, and then you go to like nationals. I always got the highest rating, which is pretty cool. I have all that paperwork with all of my national ratings, because they grade on like a scale of 1 through 5. Yeah, I do. She trained country stars, and so I do have like a country vibe to my voice too. I can sing country pretty well, which is so interesting. I'm not a huge fan of country, but it's very interesting. The things that I got trained in were very interesting, but I've done country, rap, opera, and classical, and of course like pop, like musical and pop. those are a lot of things. Like I've done Cats, the musical. Wow, that's epic. I think the most I did was play the cello for 3 years when I was in middle school. Hey, that's awesome. If you can do an instrument, that's awesome. I could never. I have a piano that's sitting in my room for a while. I could never. But yeah, I'm not a huge fan of country. I live in a place where that's all it is country, so it's very interesting. But like I can do like country songs, classical, I can do musicals is a big one. I listen to a lot of like Dua Lipa, but I listen to a lot of like EDM music, which is very interesting. I want to hear you spit fire and some rapping lyrics. That'd be awesome. I am not like one who can like do it freestyle, but I think where I am, I can do stuff sort of well, I suppose is what I'm trying to say. Can you sing the Hamilton? You're gonna hate me, but I have not watched Hamilton. I have not. I need to. I think I'm gonna do that at work tomorrow. I'm gonna watch Hamilton. But I know like a lot of the, I can prove that you've never seen, or whatever. Like that, I can do that. Ayuyu, aka Rap God, yes. I can rap in different languages. That is my homage, is that I can rap in different language. Like KDA, have you ever listened to like any KDA songs? Oh, I love Akali. I love the rap from Akali. I know like every single rap. I've heard of the songs. I couldn't sing them by heart, and I've never seen Hamilton, but I know the songs definitely, for sure. I have definitely heard the songs. If you want, I can go drive you the songs if you want. Okay, do it. I just wrote it. I just wrote if you want twice. Ah, that's okay. Stump leg. Stump leg! Okay, so I think I'm going to draw my lines, because I think I'll do the leg as one whole, because it's going to be an interesting experience in trying to figure out how to do the leg. I'm going to have to do research on the leg. My leg! But I did, what did I do? I did Beggin' by Måneskin. I'm on my knees and I'm begging because I don't want to lose you. Hey, yeah. I did that one. I did You by Millennium Parade. That was good. I did Part of Your World. And I also did Coward Mont Blanc by Gumi. Yeah, I'm gonna do the line. I was thinking about it. I was just thinking about, girl. I wasn't gonna do it. I was just thinking about it. Holy whack-a-mole, that was so clean. Yeah, that's one of my favorites. My range is very low. Oh, what else have I done? Oh, like Demon Slayer. Nanaku Yoshita Boku wo sumete suzume. Oh, I love that one. That one's a good one too. I want to do a karaoke stream. I think that'd be fun, but you got to make it sure that like nobody can clip it or whatever. I would love to do a karaoke stream. I was like, I can sing, but for some odd reason, like the Audacity just did not pick it up at all. I was so mad. Focus mode. All the focus mode here. I left out you starting to sing good ones. I'm back. Welcome back. Focus mode. Look at that clean straight line. Actually, I want to get rid of this little bump. Yeah, like I did Grunge, I did Party Your World, I did You by Millennial Parade. I know like My Heart Will Go On, I can do that. I can hit whistle tone if you know what whistle tone is. I can sing in whistle tone. Some people know what whistle tone is and some people don't. Then you show them whistle tone and they're like, oh my goodness. And it's like, yup. It's like, I can do that. Whistle tone is like you sing up so high in octaves where you hit the whistle point of the tone. So you get really high up there. It's really high notes. Like Mariah Carey does it, Christina Aguilera. It's very hard. It's something you definitely have to train yourself on. It's like whistle tone, as well as I have good breathing techniques when I sing. So I can hold out longer notes, which is kind of cool. I would do it, but my poor microphone cannot pick up whistle tone. I get above over a certain point and it's just static. It's weird. I was looking for a microphone and this is what I have. And the guy that was selling it to me was just like, yeah, it's a good microphone for streaming. It just doesn't do singing well. And I'm like, I won't need singing. I don't need that for anything. I am punching myself in the face. Oh, such a bad. I was like, man, I could have. Man. Ooh, these are cute little bubble balls. But yeah, a lot of like training and singing, and I spent a lot of time with my voice. I did audition for the Disney choir at one point, and I fudged it. I got so nervous. I fudged it. Someday, when you're an epic streamer with 100 billion followers, you should do the whistle thing. I will do the whistle thing if I hit 100 billion followers. If I hit 1 million, I will do my whistle tone. How does that sound? That sounds like a reasonable goal, right? That's a reasonable goal. We're almost done with the shoe, and then we will call it for the night. I have a blue snowball. It's okay. It's okay is like my best way of describing it. It's an okay microphone. I was like, it has its up and downs. Like I noticed I had a lot of difficulty with like trying to record my singing. It was pretty hard to record anything that had a higher octave because it just started to get staticky. And I learned like if I pulled it away from my face, I could do it. But of course, the pitch got lower, so I had to do a lot of fixing of like the pitching. But then you fix the pitch, and then that starts to mess up stuff. So it was just an all-around bad experience. Blue snowballs, low-key, kind of suck. Definitely recommend investing in a Yeti or a Yeti Nano. Yeah, I need to invest in that. That'll definitely be one of, like, my investments. Because like all my donations go as well into just back into the stream. So I think that's my next stream fund, is a better microphone. I think that's the next stream fund for me. Look at that sucker! He cute! That is a cute leg! My leg! Look at this leg. Alright, put it back where you found it. Focusrite Scarlett and an XLR microphone would be better, but yeah, the Yeti is good. I want something that can just capture my singing. Because I'm very dissatisfied with the way that when I sing and the way that the microphone picks it up is not the same. The quality is just pretty bad. And I think that's where it's a little upsetting, is that the microphone versus what actually gets recorded is just not the same. And that's a little upsetting because it's really frustrating, because it's just like I'm sitting there and I have like part of the headphones off and I'm listening to my voice and I'm figuring it out. I'm like, yeah, this sounds really good. I have good tone. I have a well-rounded pitch. I'm using the correct pronunciation. I have well-rounded vowels. And then I listen back to it and it's nothing like what I just heard through my actual ears. I don't know what it does, but it just doesn't capture correctly. So that can become really frustrating for me. But anyways, I think from here, I think I'm going to end it for the night. I don't have more than 2 viewers, so we can't rate anyone. But thank you, Alo, for sticking around. And if there is anybody lurking that it just isn't picking up, thank you for lurking. We will do stuff tomorrow. I think we Passepartout tomorrow. Passepartout. I can testify for those because I have them all. Sweet. I will take a look into them. And maybe next stream fund. Maybe for the next stream fund. I can send you links to them whenever you want. Of course, go ahead. My DMs are always open. I love suggestions and I love art. And pets. I like pets too. Thank you for streaming and making me model. It's an honor. It's an honor to have you as an honorary fish stick of the best fish mod. Good fish mod. Best fish mod. But anyways, thank you. Have a good one. Anybody watching the VOD, the playback, hello, welcome. Hope you have a good night. I hope you stay hydrated. I hope you make good friends. I hope you tell someone you love them. And I hope you have a good day tomorrow. Be kind, spread kindness, spread peace and love. Bye-bye.
computers now have primary control of critical vehicle functions.